And that's what we're about to do. We're about to learn a whole lot about us. It is Ask the Family time here at Home and Family, which gives our viewers, you guys out there, a chance to get to know us, to ask us anything at all, and we will do our best to answer your questions. But first, before we do that, we have invited Christoph, the amazing etch man, to join us for this because, like I said a little bit earlier, you could do a sketch of someone in about 2.5 minutes, can't you?
2 to 5 minutes, yes I can.
Okay, well we have about 5 minutes for this segment, so
if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, get going.
Do you think you could sketch one of us?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, get to it.
Here I go.
Meanwhile, we're going to get to the segment and we'll check in with you at the end. This is very exciting.
All right, so for our very first question, it comes from Amy Stepanek on FaceTime. And I understand, Amy, you have a question for Debbie.
I do. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Welcome. There you
Thanks
are.
for inviting me on.
Thanks for being
Debbie,
here.
Thank you. Deb, this question is for you. You have such a beautiful wardrobe, and I was wondering, is it yours, or does Home and Family provide everything for you?
Oh, Amy, thank you so much for saying that. And I wish it was all mine, but no, I'm like Cinderella. At the end of the day, I have to give it all back.
It goes back.
My chariot turns into a pumpkin and I go home. But thank you for saying that. They provide it for me, and we have an amazing stylist here named Kate Ehrlich, who is joining us. To join us. And it's really a collaboration between Kate and myself of what we're going to wear. But I trust her implicitly, and I most of the time leave it up to her. Kate, would you like to elaborate?
I would love to. I'm so fortunate to dress her because look at her, first of all. Which is so fun.
Right?
It's like dressing Barbie every day. It's really fun.
Okay.
But we definitely work together. You know, obviously Debbie's been on TV for a really long time and she knows her body. So we have a lot of fun in our fittings. We shop everywhere, but it's also, you know, it's mixed with everyone else who was on the show that day. So I have a continuity calendar, which I use to keep track so we don't repeat. And then also, like, Dylan came in kind of casual today, and we had,
I threw a wrench into
which
things
is great.
today.
He looks fabulous. But we had planned to wear this dress, so I said to Debbie, I said, hey, Dylan's a little more casual. Maybe we should change it up for today. So I kind of like to go with according to who's here, and you know, obviously what Mark's wearing, and mix and match. And
she always says she likes Mark and I to look like we're matching, but we're not too matchy-matchy. Right. She wants us to look good together. For instance, if I were to wear that dress, it would have looked like we were going to 2 different parties. So this morning, literally, when you came in, I was driving in, she texted me and she said, Dylan's here, and he's wearing
work.
no.
I had a reason, all right? You know, I had to do the thing with the shoes, and, you know, there was a reason behind my madness there.
But that's what happens. You kind of have to go with the flow, and who are the guests on?
Yeah.
What is Paige going to wear? What is Orly going to wear? What's Shirley going to wear?
No one cares what I wear.
Except for Ken, it doesn't matter.
Have you noticed no one ever asks what the boys wear? But it really is. You want it to be collaborative, and you want everyone to look like they're sort of uniformly looking correct and going to the same
You obviously do a great job.
Yeah, you do a great
job. Thank you for joining us, Amy. Thank you for your question. Our next FaceTime is with Deanna Lucho from San Antonio, Texas, and she has a question for Shirley.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Deanna.
Thank you for having me today. And my question is for Shirley. And I do not have a green thumb, but Shirley has inspired me to try again. So what I bought at a flea market recently was a chicken feeder. It's old and it's rusty and it has a lot of farm patina. But Shirley, why don't you tell me what to do with this? Can you help me?
All right. Yeah, you know, a lot of people have these precious little trinkets or something nice that they want to use. Like, I think you had a galvanized bucket or something?
Yes, that's
like
right.
that. Okay, so what you want to do, if you want to use something that's not traditionally a container, first bore a hole here, because you're going to need the drainage. And then, for instance, I'm going to give you an example, something similar to what you have. I got a couple of crushed plastic bottles, right?
Smart.
Okay, so right now we're going to be able to just take any plant in a traditional container with a drain hole, so we know it's going to live. And all you do is you set it inside. There's no need to plant it. Why ruin it?
Right.
It'll rot. I mean, that's it. Enjoy.
It's easy. I can
What
do
a
that.
great idea.
That's it.
Great.
Shirley, well
Deanna.
done. Thanks, Deanna.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. We have a question for you, Orly, real quickly. You ready for this? Okay. Audra Hemmer for Orly. She says, my 1-year-old daughter bit a hole in one of my favorite shirts.
Hate it when that happens.
Very soft cotton, and the hole is just big enough that I can't sew it without putting a weird fold in the fabric.
Totally.
It's on the shoulder chest area. It's very noticeable. What do I do?
Yeah, I have a daughter too. She's learning how to bite, so that's fun. I understand. What you want to do actually is if you have a shirt and it has a little hole somewhere, you're not going to be able to sew up that shirt in any kind of way that's going to look like it wasn't there. So, you know when people cover up like mistake tattoos by incorporating it?
Yes.
Make this your mistake tattoo, incorporate it. So what I would do is you could use some embroidery floss if you wanted, knot up the little center with some yellow and make that the like pollen of a flower, and then add little flower, or you could put on a patch on the corner, and then if I can just say, if you can show a little bit of a wider shot, if you're gonna put something right here, make sure that you sort of balance it out and anchor it with something else on your hip. That way you have one or the other. Otherwise it is gonna look like just we're fixing something. Make it a little bit repeated and look intentional, like a little design.
What a great idea.
Oh, that's a great
Thank
idea.
you for all this great information, you guys. What about you, Christoph? How's it going over there?
It's going great. I'm almost done. I'm just going to put your name on it real quick.
What?
Yeah, just
Can we see? I would like
Yes.
to see. What?
Oh, that is incredible. Wow. Okay, we're going to hear all about that because next up we do have the amazing etch man, Christoph Brown.
You are amazing.
Wow.
No, that's